Hey guys, welcome back to ATZ TV. Thank you for stopping by for another podcast. And I'm back with another podcast. As I said, each week one podcast, and we are back with another one. And if you want to be a part of our podcast team, you can contact me through Twitter, Instagram, link in the description below. So in today's podcast, I have Rohan, a Bengaluru fan. And as the title of the video already suggests to you all, we are talking about Sunil Chhetri. So before we start the podcast, hi Rohan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for inviting me over. I'm
Yeah,
honored
yeah.
and yeah,
So
let's do it.
we will start the podcast, of course. And the first big question is, Rohan, what do you think has
Yeah.
happened to Sunil Chhetri this season?
There are many reasons. First of all, Sunil Chhetri is already 37 years old, so he's quite old for a footballer. And yeah, pretty much the average score age of Bengaluru FC squad is currently 27. So and Sunil Chhetri is 37. So that's a massive difference. And with age, he's fading away. That's a big issue. And secondly, there are a lot of youngsters, and ISL is improving day by day. So yeah, the competition is getting harder for Sunil Chhetri. He had, for a player like him who's 37, he has to step up his game, and the competition is getting higher. And yeah, it's going to be hard for him, of course. And the third reason is going to be that the BFC squad don't have any creative players to, feed Sunil Chetri. Someone like Luna or someone like Bumo, because Chetri usually plays on the left wing for BFC, and he makes a lot of runs by which players like Bruno Ramirez, players like Suresh Singh cannot play the through balls to him because they're not capable of doing so. They're box-to-box midfielders. So yeah, that's one thing I've observed. Whenever Sunil Chetri tries to make a run, Bruno Ramirez doesn't spot him. He goes for his short passes. That's another big issue. So there are many factors contributing to the fact that Sunil Chetri has really downgraded this season.
Yeah, so we'll go in depth each. First, we'll talk, of course, about his age. Now, of course, all of
Yeah,
us know that 37 years old is like in football terms is like retirement age. Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
true.
the question here is, of course, we all expected him to, one day lose his form. Okay, of course, he can't
Yeah,
be scoring
that's true.
every season, but this
Yeah.
season, 11 games in, has not scored a goal. Neither has provided an assist. Do you think that something has changed specifically this season? Because okay, even last season also just 9 goals, but that was,
Yeah.
I think, kind of good for 22 matches. Now we are 11
Yeah, that was
matches in
not
and he
bad.
has still not found a net. Do you think, like, is there some tactical change maybe, or something that has affected this part of for this season?
Yeah, of course. I think it's a tactical change as well because Sunil Chetri has been used to the old squad of Bengaluru FC, who had Dimas, who had Patalu, who had Juanan, and all those, under a Spanish coach, Carl Squadrat and Albert Roca, of course. And this season, all of a sudden, it's a new German coach. It's a completely new style. It's a full-on high press style this time, which Bengaluru FC is using to win the ball back. And it's a possession-based play. Normally, you'd see, Carl Squadrat, he doesn't use possession-based play at all. He usually relies on set pieces and counterattacks. It's a completely different play, and Sunil Chetri might be taking some time to fit in it, and plus he's being played at the left wing, which he isn't most effective at. He's mostly effective at the center forward plays, but then Clayton Silva, who's more effective as a center forward, is being used over there. So yeah, tactical changes will contribute a big role over here because physically, even though he's 37, he looks really fit. I'm not going to complain. He's awesome even now. So yeah, tactical changes might be the issue here.
Yeah, and we also now talking about since 37 he started playing football at the top level since
Yeah,
2002. So that's about
true.
20 years of football for him. And
Yeah, massive.
it's we don't have a very good source, but I can 100% say he has played about 300 matches for club and country. Do you think like
Yeah.
his body is like giving up suddenly like this season? Like, of course, yes, 37 years old,
Yeah.
the body does give up. But don't do you think like we are going to see the end of Sunil Chetri, like 1 2 seasons later he's going to retire?
No, I don't think so. Even though he's 37, I get it, he's old, but he's still fit, he's still fit. The only problem is the league is developing really fast and Sunil Chetri is not able to cope up with it. That's the only difference, I'd say. But as of now, Sunil Chetri is still fit, and before the ISL started, he has scored 5 goals for India to even win the SAF Cup. So he's still good. He's fit. He's good and all, but the league is developing fast, and he has to adapt to a new system of Marco. So it's going to be hard for him. But I don't think we're going to see the end of Chetri this season or even next season. He's surely going to play for at least 2 seasons more. I can assure you that.
Do you think he should change his club, or should he go on a loan? This I'm talking about this season, of course.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you think he should go on loan to some another club, maybe?
Yeah, that would be a good idea because for a player like Chetri right now, he's not suiting for BFC, so he might go on alone. It might be good for him, but then as Chetri even said that he doesn't want to play against BFC, and he's a player who relies on us a lot of times, and he said he doesn't want to play against West Block Blues especially. So it might be a good option, but I don't think Chetri would see that as an option as of now. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna use that option.
So yeah, talking about now, of course, his contract with Bengaluru, I think, ends in 2023.
2023.
So
Yeah.
2 year, I think 1.5 season more. Do you think after that he should join a maybe an ILeague team? Means like a last season.
Yeah. That would be an ideal option because even if you look at the European players, most of them during the end of their career, they usually leave their clubs. Like suppose you see a Barcelona player, he's usually gonna leave and join another club to end his career, to end it in peace and not in high competition. So basically, it's like a relaxation period for them before they retire. So after 2023, of course, Sunil Chhetri is going to be 39. So, and if he's still fit and if he can still continue, it's better if he, joins another I-League club and play without any pressure, and all that. It will be good for him as well.
Yeah, now talking about I-League clubs, would you like to, just try and predict like which I-League club he may end up joining? Because his first club was in
Yeah.
2002-2003 season was Mohun Bagan, which of course now
Yeah,
is in
yeah.
ISL. They are completely different club. So,
Yeah.
which team you think he may end up joining?
If I was to say, I think it's gonna be Round Glass Punjab because if you look at the squad currently, Round Glass Punjab, they have all the ex BFC players, like the BFC players who were in 2013, 2014, and 15. They have John Johnson, they have CK Vinay, they have Reno Anto, and all those players. So Sunil Chhetri, he would like to reunite with them because he has been in a club for a while since 2013. He has gone to Mumbai on loan a couple of times, but he's always stayed with us and he's always played with these sort of players. So I think it would be better if Roundless Punjab offer him, and that would be good for Sunil Chetri as well. It would be like a reunion for him.
Yeah. So now, with of course Sunil Chhetri coming near an end to his career in both national and club football, who you think is
Yeah.
going to be India's next captain?
India's next captain, we have a lot of choices. But as of now, I think it has to be Gurpreet Singh because for a player like him, he's fun, he's loving, he's old enough, he's wise enough, he's 29. So for a player like him, it'll be perfect if he's a captain because he understands the player well, he understands the capabilities of the player and to communicate with the player, he's fun as well. So I think Gurpreet Singh Sandhu would be the best captain if you ask me. What's your opinion on this?
Yes, if you talk about India's current squad, I think nobody is more deserving to be the captain for the national team than, of course, Gurpreet Singh. So
Yeah.
I will go with you for that. Definitely, I would choose Gurpreet Singh as the captain because he's a very
Yep.
experienced person, and I think he'll be a good choice.
Yeah, he has good leadership qualities as well.
So let us talk a little more about Sunil Chhetri. Now, of course, I can't get a reliable source because, of course,
Yeah.
the his starting career that time they were not so reliable sources. But
Yeah, it
of course,
was
he
it was
must have
20
played
years
about
back.
300 plus games,
Yeah, for
a
sure.
huge amount of goals, almost 180 plus.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? Is he going to be like India's all-time best goal scorer?
Obviously because he is gonna be the best player of India for the next 5 decades easily. I can tell you that. He's currently the fifth on the ranking of the most number of active international goal scorers, if I'm not wrong, in the top five. Not sure if he's in third or second. He was in second 1 year back, but I'm not sure about now. So, he's definitely going down as the best Indian footballer in the history, and for the next 5 decades, I don't think this is going to change. I don't think it's going to change, and it might be the same.
Yeah, but the one thing that will need to change at the moment is who's going to be India's next striker. So
Yeah,
we have
that's a big
quality
deal.
players, but nobody is like as good as Sunil Chhetri, as you say. Plus
Yeah,
in ISL, the striker position is mostly given for foreign players.
two foreigners. Yeah.
So what do you feel like? Who you think will be able to because someone has to be scoring those goals. So once Sunil is gone, who do you feel is perfect?
There are many players stepping up in the Durand Cup, stepping up in Indian Super League as well. So, but then the problem with it is they depend a lot on foreigners who feed them. So last season we've seen a lot of players. We've seen Liston Colaco, who has been a really good rising star as a winger, as a centre forward as well. And even in ILeague, we've seen Vidyasagar Singh bagging the Golden Boot with 16 goals. So it might be anyone. Many people have the capability of doing it. It might be Rohit Danu as well. The only difference Sunil Chhetri made is he's independent. Everyone has the quality of Sunil Chhetri. I can assure you that everyone has the quality of him. But then they have to be independent. They have to work on their own as well, not just depend on foreigners for giving them simple balls ahead as well.
Yes, and now with Sunil Chhetri, of course, coming to his end of a career, it will be hard to imagine him not in the Indian squad, not with the captain
Yeah.
armband. It's going to be a very different period for Indian football. If you had to say one moment that highlights his career the best, what would you say it would be?
One moment, if you're asking me, the best thing I've seen with Sunil Chetri is him lifting the Hero Indian Super League in 2018 and 19 season. I've seen his interview, the post-match interview after that. He was wearing another champion jersey or something like that, and he was really happy. I can tell you that he was almost in tears. So that is one highlight of his career, if you ask me.
Yes, that's also one of. I think that will go down as one of the best moments. Sadly, in the international point of
Yeah,
view, of course, India is not a top team in
it's not
football, so
exactly.
we have not seen him. But maybe get a qualification for the Asian Cup. Would be amazing.
Yeah,
Of
sure,
course,
for
the
sure.
World Cup now is far fetched for poor Sunil to imagine, but definitely he will be
Yeah.
there. He will be there in some form to support India when we eventually qualify, which it will take a long time.
Yes.
So I think the only saddest part in his entire career is he never got a chance to represent India in World Cup
Yeah, that's true.
or
That's
even I
true.
think Asian Cup, right?
Yeah, he actually deserved more, for a player of his quality. He at least deserved the AFC Asian Cup. But yeah, we can't just say anything, and it's just his misfortune there.
Yeah, but one thing we can 100% agree is that his legacy, that fact that he has helped Indian football so much, will never go
Yep.
unnoticed like many other players who have done. Yeah, of course, he will
Yeah,
be cemented. Whenever you say Indian football, his name will definitely be one of those,
for
that will
sure, for
pop in your
sure.
mind.
Yep.
Yeah, so this I think we should end the podcast with this. Rohan, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being a part.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you for inviting me as well.
Yeah, welcome. We'll see you more in future podcast. Of course, for those
Yeah,
who are
sure.
watching this video, we upload podcast once every week. I try to keep it once a week. For the moment, maybe 2 times a week in the future. Let's see. But if you want to be a
Yeah.
part of our podcast team, you can contact me to Twitter or Instagram. Link in the description below. Of course, please come. Everyone is welcome, irrespective to which club you support. So once again, Rohan, thank you so much for coming in this podcast.
Yeah,
And
sure.
of
No
course,
probs. And
yeah, and of course, see
yeah.
you soon in maybe another one. Thank you once again, guys, for watching this video. If you have watched till now, do check out our other podcasts, other videos. Links in the description below. Thank you once again. See all the more videos coming soon in the near future. Goodbye, guys. Take care, and of course,
Bye.
stay safe.